Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Tyash Hall-Brown and I serve as a director of the Howard University School-Based Behavioral Health Program. We know that the COVID pandemic has thrust all of us into new territory as we attempt to connect with our students and families to provide behavioral health services. With data showing an increase in service need and a decrease in service utilization, part of our mission has been to focus on creative ways to reach our students and families. To that end, we created this short video to share one of the ways that we found to introduce ourselves to the school community and provide relevant resources that can support their mental health during these challenging times. We present this video to you in an effort to provide an introduction and rationale towards creating your own virtual office. During this video, we will show you how to create your office from scratch, how to make it your own with personal details, how to include various resources, and how to troubleshoot problems that our team encountered along the way. It was a lot of fun for our team to explore the limitless possibilities for creating a virtual office space. This is clearly evident in the uniqueness of the offices that each of our clinicians produced. It is our hope that this video will inspire your creativity and provide another opportunity for you to create a lasting connection with your students and families. Enjoy.
Hello everyone, my name is Ari King. I'm a licensed graduate social worker. I'm working as a behavioral health clinician with Howard University's School-Based Behavioral Health Program. And currently, I'm partnered with McKinley Middle School in Washington, D.C. And today, I'm going to talk to you about how I created my virtual office. So there are a few platforms you can use to create your virtual office space: Google Slides, Prezi, or Microsoft PowerPoint. The common denominator between all these platforms is that they all allow you to create a visual graphic with clickable links. The things that you want to include in your virtual office are a background, objects and furniture, resources for your population to be able to access, and some representation of yourself. You can do this in any way you feel comfortable, by a picture, a video. I've chosen to add my Bitmoji to my office space, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So now I'm going to share my screen. So what I've done to get here is I went into my Gmail account, went to slides, and then selected create new slides. And it brought me to a blank slide like this. So first, to start with your virtual office, you want to add a background. So I'm going to go to slide, change background, and then you're going to select choose image for your background. And I already have it up, but you're going to type in empty room background, and then you can choose to suit your style or whatever you want. But you can also add it by URL and just paste it into this box here. So I'm going to do it again, and I'm gonna pick one. I'll pick something that looks 3D here and insert. And then you're going to click done, and then you have a background for your office. And next, you're going to want to add furniture. So it's going to be the same process over and over again, depending on how much furniture you want to add and objects that you want to add. So I'll just do the first couple, and you want to go to insert and then image and search the web. So the key here is whatever you want to add. So let's say, for example, I want to add a couch. You have to add the term couch transparent. You have to add the term transparent after whatever it is you're looking for. And that's how you're going to be able to add it into your virtual office and make it look like it's an actual office. So this couch looks nice. So I'm going to insert there. and you have your couch, and then you want to scale it down to size, move it so that it looks like it's on the ground. According to whatever size you have. And voila, you have a couch in an empty room. And so now you want to also add objects. So for example, I'm going to go back again, and it's the same process each time you want to add something. So now I'm going to add a coffee table. And then it brings up a list of coffee tables. Add this one. And it's just you're gonna go through it like that. Scale it down, move it to wherever it makes sense for it to be. And then now you have your furniture that you can add objects on top of. So for example, it's the same process again. You're gonna go to Insert, Image, and then search the web. So I'm gonna add a cushion to the couch. This is a nice one. We'll add this cushion and scale it down. And then I'm going to move it onto the couch. And you can also rotate it if you want. Make it look however you like. This is where you can really use your own creativity and make your office space yours. So now you want to add yourself into the office space. You're going to want the people who are visiting your office to know whose space they're in and also who's providing the resources to them. So what I did is I added my Bitmoji. I already have it added. And say you just want, so for example, if I wanted to put myself on the couch, I would type sitting, and a sitting Bitmoji will come in, and I just drag and drop, and there you go. There's me. I'm gonna sit on the coffee table. You can sit wherever you like. It's your office. And that's a rough step-by-step of how to create your visual office. This is just your visual. Now you want to add your resources. So what I did for my virtual office is I just picked objects that I had around the office and added a hyperlink to them. So what you're going to need to do is select your object that you've chosen and insert link. Now here is where you're going to paste whatever link you want to the people who are visiting your office to be able to have access to. So thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope you like my office space, and good luck with yours. I hope you'll love it and you'll be able to use your creativity and your imagination and also provide great resources to the students or population in your care.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan Kearney and I am one of the clinicians at Howard University School-Based Behavioral Health Program, and I have the pleasure of working with the students at Maya Angelou Public Charter School. And today I'm going to do a small tutorial on how to create your own virtual office using Google Slides. So here you can see my virtual office, I use Google to look up a background. So if you look closely in my virtual office, the only things that I added to this platform was an apple, the laptop, the bookshelf, the bit emoji, and the 2 picture frames, which is Howard University and Norfolk State University, and the content in my chalkboard. Everything else, you can find a template. So all you have to do on Google is type Bitmoji Classroom, or you can type empty classrooms or empty rooms on Google, and you can copy and paste that image of the background that you would like into Google Slides. Okay, so I'll show you some of the things that I have here in my virtual office. If you look on the chalkboard, I have an introduction video. That video I recorded on my phone, and then I uploaded that video onto YouTube. And then I inserted the video onto this box on the virtual office. And I will show you how you can add fun things to your virtual office, such as furniture. And I will also show you how to make your own bit emoji. So I'll show you a small snippet of my introduction video. And I included this introduction video because some students I have not met virtually. So I wanted them to see exactly who I am and what their position looks like. And I want them to have a little information about the services that our program will provide to the students this school year. So I will show you just a snippet.
Welcome everyone. My name is Ms. Kearney, and I am the Behavioral Health Clinician at Howard University School-Based Behavioral Health Program. And I'm so excited to be working with the students at Maya Angelou Public Charter School this school year. Let me tell you a little bit about Howard University's School-Based Behavioral Health Program. Our goal is to increase student success by early identification of behavioral health problems, facilitating access to care, and also providing services to improve the quality of life and improve students' mental health.
Okay, so now I'm going to move forward with showing you some of the content that is here in my virtual office. If you look at the cursor, when I click on the laptop, the cursor turns to a pointing finger. If you see that, that means that there is content and or a hyperlink behind that image. So I'm going to click on the laptop. And when you click on the laptop, it will take you to a stress management psychoeducational presentation that I created for the students at Maya Angelou. And I will show you some of the content that is in the PowerPoint. I have signs and symptoms of stress. I define what stress is for the students. There's a small activity that is included. I have tips on how to decrease your stress amongst teens. I also have a coping skills bingo, and then I have resources here at the bottom and contact information for all of the counselors at Maya Angelou. If you click on the apple, it will take you to an emergency food resource guide that I also created for the students at Maya Angelou. And I have local food banks here on the guide, and I also have grocery distribution sites that are taking place in the city 5 days a week. And then I have additional resources here at the bottom. If you click on the bookshelf will take you to a resource guide. This is a more general resource guide that I created for the students and the parents at Maya Angelou as well. In the resource guide, I have emergency numbers for parents to contact and students to contact. There is housing resources here, case management resources, clothing resources, domestic violence. I have senior citizen resources as well, family support, you name it, it is here, along with additional food resources as well. And I put this resource guide into my virtual office because I wanted parents and students to have one place they can go to just find the content and find the information versus searching through their emails. So if they come here, they know that anything that pertains to Ms. Kearney that is important will be here. And throughout the school year, I may change the content in my virtual office as well as it becomes relevant to the work that I'm doing with the students. I will now click on the Bitmoji. When you click on the Bitmoji, it will take you to a slide, which is fun facts about me, your clinician. And I have just some information about where I attended school. And then I have 2 fun facts here at the bottom about things that I like to do in my spare time. And you can make your virtual office as creative as you want to. Make sure that you tailor it to your audience. And then I'm going to click on the Howard University picture frame. And when you click on that frame, it will take you to a welcome letter that I also created for the students and the parents. And this just introduces who I am and who the program is, what type of services we provide, and then I'll also encourage the parents and the students to contact me if they would like to refer their child or themselves to services. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I insert different images into my virtual office. So if you click on insert, this is a list of things that you can add to your office, and you can use these different domains as appropriate to you. So if you would like to search for an image and upload it from your computer, you would do that here. If you want to search the web for things, you would do that here. And then when you search for the web, this box will pop up here. If you would like to input an image, you would just simply type that image and it will come up here. If you would like to input furniture and not have a background behind your furniture, you would then input transparent. And for example, let's say you want to look for a bookshelf. You will then click on the item that you would like, and this is the actual bookshelf that I use, and you would just drag that over and place it where you would like it to be in your office. Looking for transparent items allows you to move the items in your office. If you want to move this bookshelf behind your desk, you can just right click on the picture, right click, and you can bring it forward, bring it backwards, and you can also rotate it as you see necessary for your format. And then I will show you how to create your Bitmoji. So you would need to just Google Bitmoji Chrome extension, and it will take you to this page, and you would add the Chrome to your computer. From there, your Bitmoji will pop up, and then you will simply drag and insert your Bitmoji into your office the same way you did your furniture and your other pictures and content. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you learned something today. Also, please use YouTube. YouTube was my best friend. I was able to look up different ways to insert things into the office, and if I had any troubleshooting issues, I will also look on YouTube, and then that gave me different ideas of what content I wanted to add and what I wanted my format to be as well. So I hope you learned something. Take care.
Hi there. My name is Monty Bush, and I'm a CBO clinician at Howard University assigned to McKinley Tech High School. Welcome to my virtual office. So there are lots of elements around here that are linked, and we'll go through all of them. I used Bitmoji, Google Images, and ClassroomClipArt.com for the different elements. So we'll start over here. I am a DC native, so I've amended the flag a little bit, but I wanted to link here the Department of Behavioral Health and more about our program. All right, so as you can see on my blackboard, I have written Welcome McKinley Tech, and I've just linked the school website. It made sense because that's where I'm serving, and you can come here and find out more information about the school, what's going on. It just felt like it was appropriate to link there. On my desk, I have an iMac, and there I have linked an article to tips for parents to help make this virtual school year successful. I'm a big coffee drinker. That's me every morning. So I needed to definitely have my coffee on my desk. But since we're serving high schoolers, I thought it was appropriate to link to an article that discussed how much caffeine was too much for adolescents. It goes through some of the effects, and our sleep expert, Dr. Hall Brown, will tell you that drinking coffee too late can impact sleep, and there are a host of long-term effects from not getting enough sleep. All right, so I have the quintessential apple here on my desk. I think we've all heard that an apple a day will keep the doctor away, but I thought it would be cool to see if that's really true. So I linked here to an article that discusses the importance of fruits and vegetables, really talks about that myth. Turns out not so much, but there are a lot of other benefits to having apples in your diet, along with obviously other fruits and vegetables. Moving to the other side of the room, I have a plant here, big plant person, have them all throughout my home. We know that they help to filter air, but turns out there are some other benefits to having plants, some mental and emotional health benefits. So this article talks about which plants are awesome and how they can help you. I thought that was a cool fact. Moving here to my bookshelf, we recently had a huge renovation of a major library in the city, and I thought it would be cool to link there since it has been closed for a while and recently had a grand reopening. This article gives you just a virtual tour of what the new space looks like, goes over some of the things that you can do at the library here and the hours of operation. I am a proud graduate of Wilson High School. I'm a product of DCPS. So I have here linked just the homepage to District of Columbia Public Schools. I'm also a proud Bison. So my office would not be my office if I didn't have something about Howard there. I received my MSW from the School of Social Work, and so I've linked here to the homepage. It talks about enrollment, applying, and just some of the other things that the school has going on, some of their initiatives. So I have that linked there. I also have linked here to our program's Instagram page. And there are lots of cool tips and resources here. We have a different theme every week. This week we're talking about chronic disease. Last week we talked about sleep. McKinley Tech is actually linking to our page and providing some of these resources to the student and parent population. But I thought it would be cool to have that there because that information is constantly updated. And here are Hannah and Hazel. So these are my two miniature schnauzers. I spend a lot of time with them and I love them. On this one, I actually linked to, I guess that's Hannah. I linked to a YouTube video that just talks about how amazing schnauzers are and 10 really cool facts about them. We are actually in the process of getting them certified as therapy dogs, and I know that some DC schools do have therapy dogs in their school, so I wanted to link to an article here that just talked about the benefits of pet therapy. And here you'll see that my name is underlined. That's because that is a link, and it's just to fun facts about me, in case somebody cares. So I used to sing professionally. My favorite color is green, and I love hanging out with Hannah and Hazel. Finally, if you click on me here. Hi, McKinley Tech. This is Monty Bush, and I'm a new member of the team at Tech this year. This is just a short video to let you know who I am. I'm a native Washingtonian, a graduate of Howard University, and a member of the school-based behavioral health program there. I know that we're going to be virtual this year, but I still think there's a lot we can learn from each other. I'm really looking forward to meeting each and every one of you, and I'm really looking forward to working with you. So that's my welcome video, and that concludes my office. I hope you had a great time stopping by. Feel free to come by whenever you need to. Take care.
Hi, my name is Kevon Harris, and I am a school-based behavioral health clinician through Howard University School-Based Behavioral Health Program. Welcome to my virtual office. Let's begin our tour. So, our first stop will be this logo for our program. When you click on it, it will redirect you to a welcome video that shares a little bit about myself as well as some helpful tips on how to navigate my virtual office. Moving right along to this image that's behind the video today, you'll see a clock. And this clock, when you click on it, it redirects the user to view a video that is based on time management tips for teens. The reason why I provided this video was based on an assessment that was issued out to parents at Brookland Middle School, which I work at, that asked them of all the behavioral health topics, which ones were of most priority to receive support. And time management was the number one selected topic for all the parents. Underneath the clock, this emoji painting is another link to mindfulness exercises and instructions on how to perform those exercises, and it can be used by any student, parent, and teacher. Underneath our beautiful bison pillow is a question box. The link to the question box directs people to a Google form where they can leave a comment, a question, or a suggestion on what topic they would like for Miss K to discuss on my virtual page, on my virtual office. The tips, comments can also be made anonymous. I do not provide any information virtually online at all. This laptop is another link which directs users to our Instagram page. Our Instagram page is filled with very helpful resources that we provide on a daily basis based on that week's topic of choice. Next to the laptop, you see this very yummy fruit tray, which provides a link to another YouTube video of a young girl of color who makes homemade, nutritional, and yummy snacks that can be done from anybody's kitchen as well as inexpensive. Next to the fruit tray, we have this stack of books, which represents the book of the month. And considering the climate that we're in, I wanted to ensure that our students felt loved, accepted, and accepted by their peers by recommending the book, The Skin That I'm In. And the story talks about a young person who is 13 and they are struggling with the richness and complexity of their dark skin. And so they have a teacher to help them work through that process of self-love and self-acceptance. Now this little cutie under the table is my fur niece, Bella. Yes, I do have a fur niece. And when you click on Bella, it will lead you once again to another cute and yet very loving video of a young lady who is autistic. She's a teenager and she needs some more support in her communication, emotion regulation, and socialization skills. So in doing so, she received an emotional support cat. And so Bella represents the beauty and joy of having an emotional support pet. Last but not least, because I am a person of wellness, not only as a clinician, but a public health professional, I love holistic health. And so we have to get our bodies moving, which also helps our mental capacity. And in doing so, in homage to our king, T'Challa, Wakanda Forever, we as in the Bison community, and of course as a HU family, I found a video that is an exercise video of T'Challa doing an exercise routine. And so this is also available on YouTube, and it's about 4 minutes and 30 seconds in time. So a young person or a young person in heart can definitely access this video and get the warrior king or warrior princess going. And of course, once again, is to pay homage to our bison brother who has fallen, Mr. Chadwick Boseman. So this concludes my virtual tour of my office, but I also would like to leave with you some lessons learned what happened when I built my virtual office, right? So lesson number 1, be sure to know the audience that you are creating your virtual office for. I knew from the beginning that I wanted to make sure that my students, my 6th graders, felt connected to my virtual office. So I wanted to make sure that it was user-friendly for my students as well as my parents. And then, of course, the rest of the school community, be it a teacher or a fellow clinician. So be sure to identify the audience that you are building your virtual office for. And just to throw another hint, include your office hours. So if you want your office to be active like me in regards to that question box, make sure that your viewers know that this virtual office is open for the certain hours that you indicate. For me, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. through 4:30 p.m. Lesson number 2, make sure that your URLs that you have embedded within your virtual office is active and relevant and operational. So many times error messages might pull up when you are doing your virtual work or just research, whatever the case may be. To avoid this, you have to stay on top of your URLs. Make sure that they are still active and relevant because information updates and changes very quickly. Last but not least, how you share your virtual platform. I'm using Google presentation slides, and so you have the option of sharing. You click on the yellow box to the right screen, and you can share out through email. And when you share out, you can indicate if you want the recipient to be a viewer, commenter, or editor. But for me, I always choose viewer because I want to make sure that whomever has my document does not alter it without my authority. Also, you have the option of sending your virtual office as a link if you want to embed it in an email separately, or if you want to send it on a bigger blast. So for me, I shared it also in my 6th grade team's class dojo account. And parents were able to access it that way and ask me questions, which was really cool. And lastly, if you don't want to share your virtual office via Google Slide, you can always convert it over to a PDF. So you go to File, Download, PDF. And so the slide will convert over into a PDF as follows. Ta-da! But the trick is that you want to still make sure that your URLs are accessible. So you hover over all your URLs in the PDF. See? And this is the indicator. So it goes from the arrow to the pointer. Arrow to the pointer. However, based on your user's conversion platform for an Adobe PDF, the links just may not be available. So if that's the case, I would strongly suggest just sharing it as a slide, as a viewer-only Google slide. So that concludes my presentation, my tour. I thank you again for your time. And I will also just like to tell you, have fun. This is your opportunity to be as creative as possible. Let your personality shine through in your virtual office. I know I did. And I used a lot of YouTube tutorials to help me build out my office. I hope you have a wonderful school year, and I will see you in the virtual world. Thank you.